here in Fredericksburg at Rome Ranch with Force of Nature Meats, and we're going to harvest a turkey out here. They have some heritage breed turkeys roaming around the property here. We're going to go get our own turkey for Thanksgiving. We're going to do a little Friendsgiving with it. We're going to smoke some, we're going to fry some, but more importantly, first of all, we got to kill it.
It's a new experience.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about really kind of connecting a little bit more with your food, getting more familiar with where it comes from, really trying to dive deep on every single aspect of Thanksgiving, the turkey.
There's only about 30,000 of all these heritage birds left on the planet. Some of the birds that you guys are going to harvest today, there's less than 1,500 on the planet, right? And so what happened was in 1960, of course, the commoditization and centralization, industrialization of agriculture in the turkey industry, a new breed was created, and that's your double-breasted white bird, right? That's your butterball. And so all these heritage birds that date back thousands of years became irrelevant because they took longer to grow, and consumers wanted cheap and abundant food rather than high nutrition, high quality food. And so this area of Texas, Fredericksburg, actually used to be a turkey production powerhouse, like a capital of Texas. There were millions of turkeys produced here in the 30s, 40s, 50s. There's a huge grain bin right behind this shed. There's millions of turkeys that used to be produced on this property. It's part of the legacy of this land. And it became irrelevant. And so we had the centralization of turkey production in 1960. And what happened was all those beautiful heritage birds just disappeared. Some of them, like that one now that has 1,500 animals left on the planet, it's called a midget white. Terrible name. I don't think that's helping it out. But the midget white turkey was thought to be extinct in 1994. And 70 were found in a rural farm in Tennessee. And so that population is on the rise. You're like, why the hell are we processing critically endangered birds, right? And so what we're doing is we're processing the toms. The hens are going to be retained on the ranch, and they're going to be bred. We're going to incubate the eggs, and we're going to help the population spread. Today you're going to get the opportunity to pull the trigger, literally. And we're going to use a captive bolt stunner. And so it's air powered. There's a CO2 canister in it, and it sends out a bolt at about 4,000 feet per second, and then it retracts the bolt. So there's no flying projectiles. It's really safe to use. But by the time you hear the noise of the gun, the bird is dead, right? Its sentience is lost. It's a concussion. It's a brain injury that animal's not coming back from. And so you will see reflexes, right? If these were industrialized, domesticated birds, they would just kind of like sit there and bleed out. But these animals, their thirst for life and their capacity for living is so strong that they might kick for 3 or 4 minutes, but don't confuse that for suffering, right? That's just the neurological system working. These animals, when they're born day one, they're running, they're keeping up with mom. And so it's in their genetics to move. We're gonna bring it over to the cone. You guys are gonna wanna hold the feet, okay?
So this is the bolt gun that Taylor was talking about. The piston's gonna come out. By the time you hear it, this bird is already functionally dead. Okay, we'll walk you through how we're gonna use it. But basically we aim right between the ear and the eye. We depress.
Pass it along to Clint over here at the boiling station. The water here is 145 to 155, so it's pretty hot. So Clint has gloves so he can actually submerge his hands. And when you dunk the bird, the hydrostatic pressure of the hot water pushes the wing feathers down. You got to get the water under the wings, into the pins. So the pulling up agitation is what gets the feathers loose. When the feathers come out easy, that's when it's scalded to the right temperature.
Okay, so when you get your turkey, now it's naked, and you're just gonna have some feathers that you just need to clean up over at the table. And then there's something wonderful. There are these black things that are like pimples. You get to squeeze them and they pop out. It's amazing. So you're gonna wanna do that. It's so satisfying. So you're gonna get all of those out. You're just kind of cleaning up the feathers that are left, and you're gonna go over and it'll go to Katie.
As Taylor was saying, the majority of the turkeys that you get at the grocery store are all butterball white. And so there's actually a lot of feathers on those birds that you don't see. So there's gonna be feathers left on your bird that you are gonna see because it's a dark bird. So don't be alarmed, they will bake off. You're gonna break it open, get the neck skin off. There's a lot of fascia next to the muscles of these birds. You can break it apart with your hands. So we're gonna find the pelvic bone and we're gonna cut right above it. And it opens up the cavity to the inside. I've been farted on and pooped on by several dead birds today. Everything can come out at the same time. It's pretty amazing.
That's the digestive tract, by the way, from the esophagus all the way to the cloaca.
So we got the gizzard, which you guys can do at home. The things that you're going to want to hold on to are the liver and the heart, for sure. The last part of going on the inside of the bird is getting the lungs out. And so what you do to get the lungs out is you scrape along the rib cage.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen a turkey harvest. I'm ready to do it. It was very quick. I thought there was going to be more plucking, more like labor intensive. I'm glad that there's the plucking machine.
Yeah, the plucking machine made life.
I'm looking forward to taking those tail feathers. That's pretty cool.
Awesome to have you out here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Catch it by the feet. Grab one foot, get the other foot. As soon as you get 2 feet under control, that bird is going to be submissive. And keep it on the ground to help it stay calm. You gotta strike fast. Okay, get that leg, put it on the ground, and then get the other leg. And now kind of pick it up and put it up against your body to hold the wings. There you go, and hold that wing so it doesn't start flapping.
Is that your first turkey wrestle?
That was the first one.
It's a Bourbon Red from Bourbon County, Kentucky. There was fewer than 2,000 of these animals left on the planet not long ago. The population has rebounded to about 5,000. This is a tom, right? So we're keeping the hens on the property to lay eggs. And you're about to have the best turkey you've ever had in your life. This is special.
This is incredible. It's okay. All right.
So now when you're ready, we're gonna go breast against here and then back on this side.
It's a standard bronze, so that's a Spanish black.
Yeah, hold that. And I'll trade you. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm usually left-handed.
Here, I'll hold the head, and then you can grab the gun. So before you squeeze the trigger, you're gonna have to compress it. Okay. So we're gonna go between the eyes and the ears. So right here, it's kind of center mass, and then I'll show you.
It's intense.
How are you gonna prepare this bird?
We're gonna smoke one of them and we're gonna fry one of them.
Oh, cool.
For our staff Thanksgiving.
Nice. Very good. It'll be interesting to see how the fried goes. These birds, on the spectrum of wild to industrial, they're more wild, so they benefit from letting them sit in the fridge for a couple days to break down some of the proteins. You should share the feathers with the staff too.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you're gonna. All right, Scott's gonna get a bag for you.
Beautiful.
Up high, yep.
We're dunking the turkey in this scalding water, 145, 155 degrees. It's gonna make the feathers easier to pull out.
Drop it right in, upside down. Okay, so you'll just keep pulling the hairs off when you get to the table and just make sure it's nice and clean.
Okay.
And these are the little fun pimple popping quills.
Yeah.
All right, y'all have fun.
How was your first turkey experience thus far?
Intense.
Yeah.
It's intense. It's like feeling the life go out of it. It's intense.
You're feeling the warmth of the bird. It's definitely not something.
The warmth, the softness of the feathers, it definitely.
I think this is
an experience.
It's a perfect intro into this side of things,
Yeah. It is definitely like training wheels.
I don't have to walk you through this, do I? Try to get out of your shot.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep. How you doing, buddy?
So if you'll flip her, there you go.
It's a beautiful color.
Yeah.
Jody, I mean, So this is an Aztec breed. So this goes back about 5,000 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Little dinosaur.
Yeah.
Very calm. I think so. I can't remember.
Sometimes they know.
Yeah.
You know, like they're ready.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna fight to the end, but they have come to peace with what's happening.
Right. Breasts forward.
Breast towards the trailer. I'll tell you when.
How you doing?
How was it?
It's a moment, man. It definitely is.
We're good for the
Gray one will make eyes.
I know, I haven't had any of the good ones.
Yeah, the warmth is definitely not something that I anticipated. Some crazy looking legs right there.
Isn't that crazy? Got to fend off those great horned owls.
Yeah, man.
There you go, guys.
Love a good turkey.
And under his.
So you've got this like gland right here. You see that little nipple?
Mm-hmm.
You want to start up here and just take the skin from here all the way to the back, okay?
Gotcha.
All the way to the tail. And then like, peel it open and just get that, just the skin. Yeah, there you go. And you got to take the crop out. So it's like a little sack that's kind of like right here. I think you nicked it right there. Yeah. Get that.
Never broken down a warm turkey before.
We could take the neck off now, but it didn't really matter. Just basically keep pulling all this fascia until this loose skin's just hanging at the base. So I'm just kind of barely skinning right there. So this is, you're basically going to be freeing up your lower intestine. So you're one tube all the way through. When I cut that little tube here, that was this end, that's the esophagus end. Coming over here, butthole end.
Throat to butthole.
Yeah, so
It's one straight tube, right?
I like to, I mean, it's got some bends and some things in it, but basically a tube. I like to pick it up with one hand, and you can kind of see, okay, yeah, so the tube's hugging that side right now. But you can see that's your tube right there. So you're making, making your way all the way around that so that it's free, and then you're ready to stick your hand in, which I'm just going to say good luck, because both of you are bigger guys. It's going to be hard to fit your hand. You're probably going to break the pelvis going in, but I've broken a bunch today. So now you're basically sticking your hand in, stay high so your fingers are up against this, all the way in, fingers down, you're going to pull it out with everything basically under your wrist.
Beautiful looking bird. That is, I keep saying it, but that's one hell of an experience. Going from holding this thing, picking it out of the coop, what, 20 minutes ago?
Always flip the wingtips back, please, chef.
Always.
It's
Alright.
still a warm bird, that's what's crazy.
That's nuts. Should we take a little bite?
Dude, can you take a little
Is that a bad idea?
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
It's really good.
That's like legitimately good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's get it back up.
Yeah, it's awkward. There we go.
In the cooler she goes.
That is the freshest turkey I've ever seen or held.
What are you feeling right now?
Great, man. Something I've wanted to do for a long time, especially being in the business of slinging lots of meat. It's good for the morals to see the process all the way through. Might be a little bit better than a butterball too.
I think it will be.
Me too.
A food that you want to believe when you go to the supermarket. Whenever you're putting food on your plate and nourishing your family, this is what you want to see. Animals out in an environment like this being taken care of, truly living their best life, truly allowed to realize their true potential, not just within themselves, but in the context of how they're being raised and the impact that they're having in the lives they're living. A couple roosters running around that think they're turkeys.
Look at that big motherfucker right there.
Good lord.
No, they take care of themselves. Checking you out.
What do you think?
I thought I was going to wait.
Look for us, 'cause there's some areas where I feel like we could raise the bar. So it's like,
There's one looking at you.
you do gotta watch out when you're buying.
Staring at us.
I think he knows what you do for a living. We're definitely coming back for one of these.
Yeah. So that's it from Rome Ranch. And with Force of Nature, we came out here and killed a turkey for feeding for our staff for our Friendsgiving tomorrow. That was quite an experience.
It was.
Really interesting and special to be out here. at Rome Ranch, where they're practicing regenerative agriculture. Really just a lot of respect for what these guys do. Taking it back to kind of ancient agricultural practices.
Mm-hmm.
Taking really good care of the animals.
Ancient breeds.
Take good care of us.
Absolutely.
So now we gotta go put them in brine for tomorrow. Not that long ago, just hours ago, this turkey was walking around, an alive bird, and now we are getting ready to put it into a brine so we can eat it tomorrow. I'm interested to see how these turkeys taste because, you know, they said that they would benefit from being on ice or like chilled for a few days. So I'm interested to see if like the meat is tough. I don't think it'll be super tough because we're gonna cook it till it's tender. Yeah, so we're gonna wet brine one of them. I'm gonna spatchcock this bitch and we're gonna wet brine it. We're gonna spatchcock and split the other one. And then we're gonna break it down a little further for frying pieces. So this one's gonna get smoked. I'm gonna smoke it. I'm the smoker guy. Brad is going to be the fry guy, and he's going to fry it. Right down the backbone. Use a blade with a little bit of weight to it. Chinese cleaver. I'm going to pop these joints out. Once you get one side, you can really open up the other one.
It's crazy too now that like whenever I get a turkey or a chicken, you see like some of this chud on the inside. Yeah. I now know exactly what that is.
Yeah, it's lungs.
That's the lungs.
Small incision, and then break it open. Always flip your wing tips back, kids. Always flip the wings tips back.
Talk about farm to table, am I right?
Farm to table. Your standard LeRoy and Lewis chuddy poultry brine. 5% salt solution. A little bit of Frank's, a little bit of granulated garlic, Italian herbs. That's it. Come back tomorrow. Oh, you're an upside down spatchcocker.
Yeah. I just started the bung region.
Why don't you just make it look easy?
Yeah, definitely didn't do a great job at cleaning up this inside bird, but that's the beauty of right now.
Sick spine, dog.
I say we take it down the middle. Yeah, it's a hard. These bones are definitely harder than your. Gotta love a good spatchcock. But now is the moment of truth, where we decide. Do we leave these as half birds, or take them down into fried chicken pieces?
I think we leave one as a half and take the other one down.
Because if we take the baskets out of the fryer, we could definitely...
That's what I'm saying, but yeah, yeah.
That's some nice looking meat.
Look at that drumstick.
That's a beautiful looking drumstick. If I do say so.
Little bit of turkey fry.
Hey, remember lights on a Friday night.
You're so deft with a knife, Bradley.
Gotta get that tenderloin out of there too.
Trim that little piece of trash bullshit on the end. Does that work?
I don't know, we're gonna find out.
Oh, you sick motherfucker, look at that shit.
A little cutlet right there, little chicken.
That's gonna be our raisin turkeys right there. So we've got one skin on boneless breast, one turkey tender, one skin on bone in thigh, one leg.
So we've got, oh, that meat is so nice looking. We're gonna get deep penetration of salt flavor all the way through the meat. So especially with fried chicken or fried turkey, you would hate to have a super flavorful crust and some bland meat underneath it. No bueno. And the other benefit is because it's going to sit uncovered in the fridge overnight, this skin is going to dry out and get nice and tacky, which again is going to help us with crispiness.
Okay, this turkey I'm carving right now, I killed it yesterday. The one Brad's about to fry up, he killed it yesterday. So we went out to Rome Ranch with Force of Nature for the turkey harvest. It was a really special experience. We immediately brought the birds back. Brad dry brined his, I wet brined mine. Then I came here a couple hours ago and got this turkey on the smoker, put a little Italian herbs on it. I was basting it with this butter the whole time. I pulled it like 160. It was 160. It was like 175 down here, and it was like 163 like in the breast. So spatchcock, you know, a little more mass up here. It's gonna take a little bit longer to get to that finishing temperature, and then these guys you want to take a little bit past 165.
The color is
just to kind of break stuff down. Yeah, they do look very good. So I'm trying to find where the joint is. You want to honor the animal, you know what I'm talking about?
Looks like a pretty clean break to me. Oh, hold that up again. That thing is glistening through the skin side. Oh, there it is. It's beautiful. Really great color on there.
It's a bit of butter. This just looks really good.
Smells like...
I'm just going to keep them in that butter.
Straight up turkey.
We'll cut this one in half too.
During the cooking process, did you notice anything different about it? Like how it was probing or how quickly it cooked or anything like that?
It seemed to stall.
I've never heard you talk about the stall in any capacity.
I was really like, it was getting close and getting close and getting close, and then I was just like checking it what I felt like every 10 minutes, and it just wasn't getting anywhere, and then I started checking it every 30, and I got there a little, then I kicked the heat up. We'll be coming down the chimney down. This one's a bourbon red. Brad, you got what, the Aztec gray, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, he was saying yours there's only like 2,000 in the country.
I think at one point there were. I think they're coming back. So I'm just peeling this breast out as if I would if the turkey was raw. Just kind of breaking it down the exact same way.
It's crazy seeing it in its cooked form, how much smaller these breasts are. Because when they were covered in feathers, they were huge.
Yeah, and just yesterday I scraped my fingers along these ribs to take out its lungs. It's insane. Thank you, turkey, for your sacrifice of life.
So I know you've cut through heritage breeds before.
Yeah.
Is this pretty par for the course?
Yeah, it's holding on to a lot. It's holding on to a lot of juice because it was brined and because it was smoked slow and really taken care of. And
I'm more concerned, well not concerned, but curious about the fact that it was literally slaughtered yesterday.
Yeah, and it feels very tender. They said that it would want to relax in the walk-in for a few days, but looks very good, looks very tender. I'm just going to go ahead and try one of these best pieces right here. We're good. It could use more salt. Could use more time in the brine. Definitely an intense birdy flavor.
So good.
Doesn't taste like any turkey I've ever had. Happy Friendsgiving.
Everybody doing all right?
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me of like a dry-aged steak or something, where it's not a different flavor. It's just more intense.
It is more. It is intense.
It's still on, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Let's give it to the people. We hunted it out of the trailer. I picked it up by its feet, and then we harvested it right there. Tasted the blood. I took all of its guts out.
You did actually?
Yeah. There we go. It's a wild turkey. It's a bourbon red turkey raised locally, Rome Ranch. Smoked it in this truck over here. Thank all of you.
It's good. It's definitely like leaner and definitely a little bit like.
Does anybody need plates?
It tastes a little bit more like close to the earth.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Pretty damn good.
Real good.
It was really good. Yeah.
Really good.
So I figure for our boneless pieces, we're gonna go kind of fried chicken, chicken nugget, chicken tender style, starting with
Chicken tender. Turkey tender.
the turkey tender. Yeah. Nice even coating. Then into our batter. Dry helps wet stick, well, wet helps the dry stick. Go for that classic Popeyes shaggy look. So we want all those
shaggy that looks.
all those little pieces. A little worried about the fry time versus
Should we cut it in half down the middle?
color, so yeah, I think we shall.
That is skill.
Chicken fried turkey killed yesterday. It's a new experience for all of us. Yes, please. Wow, beautiful. LeRoy and Lou's Patreon moment. This is a guinea hen that we got from Sebastian. And we also have the chicken fry.
Little bit of chicken fry.
Hey, your legs on a Thursday night. Ow, that's hot as shit tonight. That does look good though. Now, the whole point of this little adventure of ours is to pay respect to the animal and create some delicious food.
Absolutely.
Do you think we achieved that goal?
I think so.
That whole bird looks, or the half bird rather, looks phenomenal.
Certainly a lot to be thankful for this year. New food truck, local meats, great staff, great friends. Happy Thanksgiving.
There it is. Oh my God, what a human being.
Sexy bites.
We're doing. Yeah, I'll just take the breast pieces off too. So it's easier. The flavor of the bird is incredible. It tastes like a really good meat. Tastes like a better version of chicken, like a better version of turkey. Just a really good bird. It tastes birdier than other birds. In a good way. This is the first Thanksgiving for Mama Fried, so we have a lot to be thankful for this year. Coming out of the pandemic feels really good. Gathering with people very comfortably feels very good. The entire step of the process, right? Like going all the way back to, you know, where they're raised, going to visit the turkey, seeing what they're eating, pecking around, scratching around with, experiencing their life on the ranch, their death at our own hands, and then cooking it into something delicious to feed to our friends. That's what it's all about.